back, everybody. Happy New Year. Controversies of the day with Logan and Jay. We are back. And to getting the new year off, Logan, with a bang. No pun intended. Well, maybe all pun intended. Talking about Venezuela, buddy. Holy...
The 51st state. The new 51st state.
And you thought it was going to be Greenland. Well, yeah. maybe.
You thought Canada as well.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But they could still be on the plate, right?
Oh, yeah. He's into this hemisphere. He's got some big hemisphere plans.
Well, the rest of the world's kind of on the other side of the world. It's harder to control. You got Russia. They got more problems over there. But regardless, yeah. I don't think what we did was in the best interests of America. At least not to make it like such a big win. It's not a big win. I don't think this is a big win. Not for us. Maybe for the Venezuelans, but definitely not for us.
I mean, I have mixed feelings. I just say to our audience, I have mixed feelings, and I feel that we've only just begun, and let's see where this is going to develop. I think there's a tremendous amount of concerns on the negative side. We didn't vote for this with Trump. We didn't want another Bush in there, intervening, nation-state building. Look how Afghanistan went, folks. Folks, they want you to forget Afghanistan. Don't you think they want us to forget it? What a freaking mess. That was 4 presidents, trillions of dollars, and of course, more important than the dollars is the lives lost. I mean, it was a joke. We don't need another, Afghanistan.
It's the same cookie cutter plan, right? It's the same shit.
I hope not, buddy.
It truly is. But regardless, we're there now, and we'll see how long we're actually in there. I guess the first day, it was when Trump came out and talked about it, we were going to stay there until it was sorted out. Now it seems like they're going to push the VP in.
Yeah, Delcy Rodriguez.
Which is kind of weird, because if she was this guy's VP, wouldn't she stand, and wouldn't she just be like the mini version of him? I mean, just like Vance is the Trump and so on and so forth. So it just doesn't make sense that you'd pick her. Isn't she part of the corrupt system? So,
the answer from them, again, I don't know if it's the real answer, but I'm just saying the Trump administration, I guess they've given her a list of demands. I don't know if you've seen that yet.
No.
Yeah, they've given her a list of demands, and basically she's got to, follow what they want, and ultimately they, at some point, are going to want her to step down and have some open and fair election.
Yeah, bullshit. Or it will happen, but it'll just be a lot. So then they have more time to orchestrate the exact puppet they want to put into that spot. So
there you go.
I guess that makes sense. Sure, why not?
Yeah. I mean, obviously Chevron's going to like this. Chevron stock just did well the other day. It helped the Dow hit a new record.
Of course.
So
now, my bigger problem is with Trump, how they're trying to justify this to us, the people. Iraq.
We don't want anybody to get a nuclear weapon, and we were doing for 9/11, and
the whole catalyst of that
give
was
it to a terrorist, and
9/11.
Which was strange.
So it's weird that we didn't have that event yet. Maybe this is the precursor to Iran or Russia, because again, you can't possibly tell me that these other players that back Venezuela would have no. They're just going to let it be. It's kind of hard to believe. If that's real, that's insane. What an ally, what a group of allies you have. So I guess we'll see.
And in regular media, you're right, they are all allies and connected to Venezuela. Allegedly, there's Russian operatives on the ground. Even Margaret, whatever her name is, the goofy broad on CBS Morning News, she brought it up to Marco Rubio, and he's just like, well, he just he handled it pretty well, because it was pretty funny.
Like a politician.
Yeah, he's a trained lawyer, so he's pretty good, but. Again, what is the real truth? Like you said, why did we really do this? And so short-term, folks, I see the Venezuelan people could be really happy. Maduro's a bad guy. He deserves this for drug trafficking. But we'll get to the drug trafficking thing in a minute. But you got to think, wait a minute. There's something else going on here, and I'm not 100% sure what that is. And again, is that really going to benefit the people of the United States, or is it something about the big corporations basically? Is it going to benefit?
That corporations, government. I'm going to consider these right now the same thing, right? So it's corporate or government. They're all evolved around the same shit. So was it about drugs? It could have been, but not for the reasons everyone might think it was. Right? Oh, we want to keep the drugs out. Okay. Until the CIA gets in there, and then we're going to see what happens to these drug labs and stuff. I mean, look at Afghanistan. We were there for 20 years. Afghanistan's main, like,
opium,
agricultural thing, whatever,
the poppies or whatever.
Well, it was opium, right? Yeah. So we leave in what? We left in 22, 23?
Yeah.
So we leave there, and if you look at any statistics today, they show that their what do you call it, production of poppies or opium, whatever, is down by a large percent. It's around 60, 67%. That's pretty. What's the common denominator? Well, we left. We didn't give protection to them anymore, or we just stopped growing this shit. Just come on now. I mean, you hear all. Yeah. Look at what was the movie with Tom Cruise and the drugs, American Made.
Oh,
that whole story.
Oh yeah.
Barry Sanders, was it Sanders? Barry Sanders.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I mean, come on. Yeah. That wasn't like these guys. That's how they make money. That's how they. I think that's one of the ways that they bring in money for their covert ops and all their little bullshit that we don't know about. They do shit like that. I mean, I want to say that should be pretty. Should be a fact, right? I mean, it's.
Again, I don't know how we brought it up here. I worry it's a subject that's going to get me killed. But again, if you don't figure that in, and I'm not the first to say it, folks. Like you said, even Denzel Washington, he did a movie. What was it called? The Gangster or something like that. And they were allegedly in Vietnam, when the body bags would come back, there was heroin and drugs in the body bags that got sent back.
The Mel Gibson one too about that.
Air America.
Yeah.
I mean,
it might not be fact, but it's like the thing we all know that happened, right? It's like we all know this shit happened. So why are we denying it? And again, once we get the right people down there, you think these drugs are just going to stop? How much money do you think? I mean, he was making enough money to keep his country afloat, so it must be a good amount of cash, right? So what makes you think we're just going to pass on that? Well, we're just going to burn it all, we're going to destroy it, and then no more. You got all those people down there that are probably pretty good at what the fuck they do, and you want to go down there with job opportunities, there you go, and you just keep the shit going, and it still comes into America anyways, it doesn't matter. And if we're going after them for fucking drugs, why aren't we going after Mexico?
And Colombia.
And all these other countries. Yeah. Like, well I kind of know why Mexico, but the rest of them, like, what's the problem here? So what's Venezuela got that we need in some fashion to do a regime change? All of a sudden,
they got a few things. I don't know if you're going to put that back up on the screen.
Well, we have the oil, right? So 303 billion barrels.
Pretty big deal.
The biggest. That's
more than we do.
Saudi. It's more than what Saudi has. Now, granted, it's a different type of oil. Saudi's got some kind of thin oil, and what they got down there is a very heavy crude oil, right? So it takes special refining, which we America, or the America Corporation with BP and whatnot have you, they've built special refineries in the Gulf for us to refine their shit. Like we specifically are made to refine their stuff. So I think that'd be but I wonder if you were to look at like the numbers of their production and all that, I'm sure they could use the influx of extra crude oil. Not to mention we stealing whatever is coming in. And again, that's another thing with the whole Russia aspect of it, or the Iran aspect. If this crude oil and this money from this oil are supposed to funnel its way back to these places, you think that if you're supposed to be giving me money, someone jacked you, I'd want to go fucking get that guy. So why the retaliatory? Something's going to happen, right? You don't just get to go into a country.
This is what I'm worried about.
Do this shit, and then you say it's for the people. No, it's for the oil and all the other crap they have down there.
They have a few other things.
They got like 800 tons of gold down there, which is like one of the biggest deposits in Latin America. They had. So whether it's thorium or something,
thorium,
iron, huge iron
copper.
Deposit. So they got all kinds of stuff that we could use, or we can sell to make the things that we need.
Right.
So there's plenty of reasons why to go down there. Not to mention what in March Rubio's going to go down there with his little delegates that are going to carve up the fucking. So now supposedly that a lot of some of these oil companies had put money into these countries, like building refineries and shit.
Yeah.
And once this dude kind of took over, he took over them. So I guess there's a little bit of legitimacy for these companies to be able to go down there and at least evaluate what's theirs. But these people ain't gonna get rich. Trump says they're gonna get rich. How are they gonna get rich?
I hope so. Then would you say, we were talking off the air, we say nationalize the oil?
Well, and there's only one other country in the world that does that, and it's the Saudis, or maybe the Emirates. But
Libya was doing it at one point. Libya was doing it. Of course, we do it here for the state of Alaska.
They'd be the only, but the only ones, we don't fucking get any of that. It's all getting back to the corporate government of America.
Yeah.
So it's. unless you're going to go down there and nationalize it right there for the people so they gain everything, and you let the companies work with the people to make sure they can get that shit out of the ground so they can make money off it, I'm fine for it. If you're actually going to go down there and do what we did, then be honest about it. Either it's down there, we're going down there fucking strategic, and it's the 51st state and it's fucking ours now, or you say we're literally taking out the bad guy who's created all these problems for us and everybody, and you get to have all your shit and we'll help you build it for you. But neither one of those are the truth, so it's
I know
that's my disappointment.
Yeah.
I'm not pissed that we did it.
Yeah.
I think we did it over dumb intentions, and people who say, oh, it's fucking our, okay, cool. I want to hear them say it, that we are those people that are going to go and take shit that we want, right? If it's for strategic things because of shit that's happened in the Middle East with Russia and China, all right, fine. If we're going to then purchase Greenland and fucking parts of Canada, cool. But make it more of a strategic thing and let us know that we're like preparing ourselves for some war or something. Fucking be better fear mongering. Do better what you did with Iraq. You guys preach about weapons of mass destruction. We never saw a fucking photo.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was
never. So make me scared of something to go along with this, or give it to the people that fucking deserve it, which the people who are down there. But
I hope it helps the Venezuelan people. I mean, it's crazy to hear in America, folks. It's just nuts. You got Venezuelans somehow who cheered. They're cheering this, and yet the left just gets out. I didn't tell you yet. On my way here today, there was a small little demonstration. On my way here, about 20, 30 people. There's no kings, they're just mad about what Trump did, no kings, they get the upside down American flag and stuff, and I was like, oh my God, you people, I mean, this is insane. So these people still are chanting no kings on the left, right? But they're
supporting an actual dictator.
But actual dictator, Iron Man, and not Iron Man, Iron Fist, mean dictator is Maduro. A piece of crap who has dealt drugs into our country. Oh, and who are the drugs supposed to hurt mostly in America? They say, whether it's true or not, black and brown people. Wait a minute, lefties, I thought you cared about black and brown people. Again, a real war on drugs. This is what, we've said this before ad nauseum. The Democrats should be all for with all your racial crap. But, you make no sense. And it's okay, Hakeem Jeffries, if you want to rip on the president, but then what's your solution? Chucky Schumer, what's your solution then? So again, but then, Logan, it's like a teeter-totter. I'm torn too. There could be some good things out of here, but at the same time, we got to do something a little more directly for the American people. Maybe this will be a trickle down for us. I'm kind of wondering if they're doing something here that ultimately is going to strengthen our dollar, because our dollar is getting weaker, and that's why gold and silver have been going up. So I wonder if there's some play for our dollar. My fear is that Trump doesn't care about the dollar, and we're going to end up in this, digital age, mark of the beast, cashless society, digital ID, whatever you call it. That's my big fear, but maybe that's down the road yet. I don't know. A lot of questions here. I just, in the short term, I don't want to see a Vietnam. I don't want to see an Afghanistan. I don't want to see our troops die, but I don't want to waste our time and our treasure. We're $38 trillion in debt, people. It's one of the reasons I do this with you, because that scares me and drives me nuts, and we're not paying for it day in and day out.
But it's a made-up number. That number doesn't exist. All
right, we'll do another show on that. Another time.
Number doesn't exist.
So I guess they've given Dulce Rodriguez some ultimatums. You got to follow this, follow that, and at some point they want her to step down, allegedly, and then have free and open elections. And that brings us to Maria Corina Machado. You're in Norway with the Peace Prize that Donald wants so bad. Maria, I just met a girl. I'm sorry, Logan. I lost my mind for a minute there. Thought I was Tony from West Side Story. Anyway, so yeah, this gal, she won the Nobel Peace Prize. She's in Norway in exile from Venezuela. So I don't know if she'll come in and try to run, for their presidency. Trump has already says she's not strong enough. People are saying, oh, he's petty. He's just mad because she got the Nobel Peace Prize and he didn't. It gets so silly. Some of this stuff that is actually our mainstream media, multi-millionaires on the big legacy TV telling people what's going on. I mean, there's another one out there now that, Trump got mad because Maduro was doing his dance or something recently. This is out there, dude. I'm not.
He has been out there on the circuit, the Maduro guy. There's a lot of recent shit about him talking shit about Trump.
And you got in Colombia too.
Yeah. I was gonna say the Colombian
He's also saying, "Come get me."
Yeah, stuff about the Epstein list and shit like that. Like he's really fucking ripping on us. I mean, and honestly, good. He ain't wrong. I mean, again, we woke up in the morning. And we heard about we went and got this dictator, but yet the people in DC and on these lists are still fucking running around stealing money from Minnesota. Trump. This is why, like, anyone who fucking sees this, it's not. I'm not pissed that I'm not some liberal who went down there. No. If we're gonna go down there, I want the truth. Either we're gonna help the people or we're gonna help ourselves. You guys aren't really saying either or.
Hopefully both.
Right. In either case, but. We have problems here. This is not fucking America first. That was not America first. That's the problem. That's why I don't like it. I don't care. Really, the outcome of what happened down there doesn't matter, right? It's that this isn't America first. I'm pissed about that, so I'm going to tear this shit down. I'm going to tear it apart because I think your decision was fucking stupid. America first. You want to save fucking money. You want to make money. Get rid of all these corrupt motherfuckers and make these people in this country fucking happy and trust and give a shit. Because until you do that, you're going to lose it. America is falling. You guys are losing your grip on it. You have like two groups of people. The ones that just want to keep this fucking machine going, and that's a lot of on both the left and the fucking right that keep on just pitching the same fucking propaganda out. And then you have the people who just don't want fucking anything to do with it. I mean, it's coming down quite quick, and this did not help. I mean, this I think is going to be a big impact on the midterms for the truly America first. If
this, amongst the Epstein thing, amongst all the division over Israel and AIPAC and all the other stuff that's going on the right now.
Fuck even Charlie Kirk.
There you go. If Venezuela becomes more of a mess and more of a liability, which again, this is my fear.
More of a headline.
And a headline, it's bad news. Before the midterms, it's totally going to be against the Republican Party, and I just, if the Democrats get back in, I mean, again, Republicans are bad too, but I don't know. It's like bad and there's worse. Right. And you pick, folks, who's who. I mean, I don't know. That's where I'm at. And, the drug thing, they were bombing some of the boats, and I was like, okay, well, that's a start, better than Biden, And then my favorite senator, in all seriousness, Rand Paul out of Kentucky, he was poo-pooing it. He wasn't liking it. And I was like, well, what's his problem? But see, maybe he saw the bigger picture, and maybe he sees the bigger picture. I don't know.
Well, that this was just a way to get in.
This is just a way to get in. Oh, we're so righteous. And then the problem is, of course, Logan, I brought it up to you, and I want everybody who, if you're not familiar with this, please go look it up. Trump pardoned the Honduran ex-president who got convicted during the Biden years, I think in 2024. His name is Juan Hernandez, and he was in jail, and Trump pardoned him just now in early December. And this guy was convicted, ladies and gentlemen, of trafficking or being a part of a narco network that allegedly trafficked. And listen to this. I mean, even for me, these numbers are insane to the membrane. So his name is Juan Hernandez, former Honduran president or leader. If I got this right, 400 tons, everybody, of cocaine that was supposed to be, coming to the United States. Just wrap your head around that. A ton is what, 2,000 pounds? Do the math. How do you, how much cocaine is coming into our country? My God.
This could be his reasoning for why he did this.
Okay.
He justified the move by claiming that the prosecution was a setup and lawfare orchestrated by the Biden administration. He stated that the people of Honduras had asked for his release and argued that the Hernandez
was unfairly targeted
simply because he was a president in a region where drug cartels were active. So, again, I go back to the CIA. So you're telling me that these guys unloaded 400 tons of cocaine where he who the fuck, where'd they get him with this? Where's he driving around with 400 tons?
Yeah, it's crazy. That's like a huge amount.
So what is it? Is it actually he had the drugs? He's the bad guy, and Trump's letting the bad guy go, or was he set up by the bad guys, and then Trump saw this and is letting him go? It's so crazy because either one could be possible, and I don't know which one to fucking believe. Because this is clown world shit, man.
Yeah.
Like Idiocracy is a documentary from the future.
Yeah.
It truly is.
Yeah.
It truly fucking is.
Yeah. Crazy stuff. So yeah, Juan, he's got some middle name I have here somewhere. Juan Hernandez, yeah, he's former Honduran leader. I mean, and the crazy part is that when they initially were investigating him, that was during Trump's first term. So that was Trump's people. It's Biden's people who prosecuted the investigation. So it's very interesting. I don't know. Maybe, like you say, maybe it's all when you're part of the drug network, the drug dealers that fall in and out of favor with the CIA at one point or the other.
So this guy hasn't even returned home. He's wanted in his home country.
Oh, he's wanted there too. Oh, well, everybody liked him there.
So shortly after the pardon, the Attorney General of Honduras issued a new warrant for his arrest on charges of fraud and money laundering related to his time in office. He's currently hiding out, probably somewhere in a penthouse in America, where we now have 400 tons of cocaine's worth of money.
What the hell? I mean, just when you think about that, ladies and gentlemen, 400 tons of cocaine. What in the wide world of sports are we talking about? We can Google Earth your house right now. Your house. I remember when somebody showed me Google Earth. I told you this story, like, it was 20-some years ago. I'm at work and I don't even have a computer at home yet. And this lady shows me, I'm going to zoom in your house. I'm like, why can't they get bin Laden? This is like 04, and of course they got him eventually. But I mean, they got to know where all these guys are, the fields that are growing this stuff, where these guys have their big compounds and their mansions or wherever they have, where they live up in the hills or whatever, from Mexico to Colombia to, Nicaragua to Venezuela. Come on. With our huge military, we can just stop it like that. No more drugs in Baltimore. No more drugs in Detroit. No more drugs in Cleveland. I mean, think about that. You wanna. Imagine. You could say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. No, this is a fact. We have this huge frickin' military that we really hardly ever use. What? You can't say that. You're not a patriot. What about Iraq? What about Afghanistan? No, we didn't really use our full-fledged power. I say we haven't used it since 1945 when we dropped bombs on Japan. That's what I say. Anyway, they're not gonna do that to Venezuela. They're not gonna make it a parking lot. Easy, calm down. What a mess, dude. What a mess, man. So, we will have to wish, so the current girl in pearls of Venezuela is Delcy Rodriguez. Senora Rodriguez, we'll have to wish her all the best. And
which one?
Delcy. She's
one?
No. That's Maria. Maria's in exile in Norway.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of her. She can fuck off.
Ooh, wow. Okay. And she's dedicated the Peace Prize to Donald. I don't know if she's going to hand it over and give it to him, but I mean, all this stuff to be talked about. It's like so dumb. Do you care about our troops? This is my biggest thing, folks. I just worry about our troops. We just had some people get killed in Syria. Like, well, why are we in Syria? If you got troops stationed all over the world, the Roman Empire kind of did that too, didn't they? Have troops all over the place. I mean, things are going to happen. Again, this global police force, we're always going to have a big military. I get it, everybody. But this big, this much, in everybody's business, eventually you're going to have problems. There's going to be violence. There's going to be a price to pay, or what's the big term they use? Blowback, right?
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, and also, by the way, remember all the people were saying about Trump? Oh, he's an isolationist. No. He's a globalist like the rest of them.
Remember what we voted for? We voted for the Epstein list. We voted for no more Ukraine. no more bullshit with Gaza. You know, it's supposed to end. You know,
stupid spending. We were hoping that was going to go away.
All these things are supposed to change. But so he stops a couple little bullshit conflicts around Africa. All that money just gets back into fucking the two big ones we don't want to be in, which billions has still gone to Ukraine and billions still go over to Israel to help their bullshit. So those are two things he hasn't fixed. And the Epstein list has been nothing but, like, you guys just need to give up, stop talking about it, because it's never going to fucking come out. It's never going to come out.
It's so frustrating.
You guys don't want it enough. Like, want enough is to protest that shit. Like, show up in D.C. We want, these people are all guilty of it, either guilty of acting on it or fucking knowing that it's happening and just turning a blind eye to it.
I mean, let me fantasize out loud, everybody, okay? MAGA, okay? And we were supportive last year. We were of President Trump because Kamala Harris Walz, well, look at Walz. He's not going to run for re-election in Minnesota. He should be going away in handcuffs, but that's another story for another day. But, you know, when Trump does his next rally in public, I just want to fantasize out loud, okay? You know, Nick Fuentes likes to fantasize out loud. Not as cool as I'm going to do this, but imagine if everybody out in the audience is going, Epstein, Epstein, Epstein. Imagine if everybody just did that. Like, I don't know what he'd do. If he'd just freak, or he'd probably try to make a couple jokes, think everybody would calm down, and then if everybody just kept going, Epstein, Epstein, Epstein. I don't know if he'd walk off after a while. He would freak him out. See, this is the thing, everybody. We all get caught in this pro wrestling game, and we forget. This country is based on skepticism of authority, skepticism of power. We have separations of power and checks and balances. That's how things are supposed to work in our system, in our government. And you gotta think about that, folks. So these people that want to be all like blindly MAGA, well, wait a minute. It's not like if you're mad at Trump about something one day, all of a sudden, Kamala Harris and Tim Walz are going to come in now. We're going to have a re-election, or they're coming in next week. Wait. No. He's going to be here the next 3 years, folks. I mean, that's the theory anyway. And he's still playing games. I don't know if you just saw it recently. He's playing games again with I have to change the Constitution. I know it's kind of, I should be able to run for a third term.
The crazy one I saw was Steve Bannon at TPUSA. No, it was an interview before his last TPUSA thing. But yeah, it was just the way he was talking about during this interview was just, he was so absolute. And then we just had I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, so Venezuela for now, we'll wrap it up, and we'll see what happens, and best of luck. I know some Venezuelans are happy about this. I hope it's a good thing for everybody. Again, we're not done with this by a long shot. All right, take care, everybody.